it's quite a few in chat already. I don't get to see that, you see. It's like going in blind. Good evening, Mike. Thank you very much for stepping into the breach. Is that the expression?
Into the hot seat.
In the hot seat. No.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. How you doing?
Thank you very much indeed.
Evening chat.
Let's say a few good evenings. Manic is top again. Well done, Manic. Good evening. Good evening, Simon. Evening, Mike. You're in chat. All my guests seem to do that. Stuart, good evening. Rob, UK Vapester. Rob, I wanted to nip on your show tonight and have a look, and unfortunately, phone's ringing and things, and my tea stopped me doing it. But I will one of these days. I promise. I have now, but not often enough. Simon, good evening. Mark H, good evening. Who else have we got in here? A lot of these. Scott Lee. Hello, Scott Lee. Stuart Aiton. Adrian. Evening, Adrian. Oh, we've got 2 thumbs down already. Right, shall we go, Mike? Because I've had enough. I'm in a grump tonight. If they want to start winding me up, go on, stick some more down and we'll just shut it.
I'll read out a few if you want as well, shall I?
Go on, you start reading some. Go on.
Pav G, Lynn Smith, Jackie Chan, Dion, UK Vapes, you've already said him, I think. Russ Knight, Ian Morgan, we've repeated ourselves already. Shane, Stuart Ayrton, John Best, and Becca Lumps. Iggy Mitchell, how are you all doing? Thanks for joining me on Mark's show.
Dion? Dion?
Yeah, we did do Dion.
You did. Okay, Russ, good evening. So we don't care. A couple of thumbs down. What's that between friends, eh, Mike?
Yeah, I noticed that straight away. I was speaking with the people in there. That's the effect I have on people these days, it seems.
Sorry?
The effect I have on people these days. Get a thumb down as soon as you associate with
me. Daniel, good evening, Daniel.
DJS as well.
Shabogan, smooth transitions. Good evening. Yeah, it's quite a few in chat now, haven't we? Got 55. Lovely. Well, welcome everybody. Thumbs down now, just for sport. Look, the trouble is, I see them float. I don't know why. The thumbs up don't do it, but the thumbs downs just float down the screen. That's horrible. Evening, Iggy. So, Mike.
4 thumbs down already.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you lot? Bit rude, isn't it?
In
it, blood.
Tell us what you're vaping on, Mike.
Right, what are we on today? Thanks for having me on as well, Mark. Like I said to you the other day, if you ever are short, I would always endeavour to get on it. But big thanks for that.
I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
No worries, mate. I thought it's been a bit of a rush for me to get dinner and all that as well, but I managed to pop on the Rob's show earlier for a bit. Very good show as well. So, right, what we're vaping on. I'll show you some things, actually. We've got this. I'm not vaping on it, but the review is on the channel. It's Overkill Mods Dual 21700 device.
Oh, right. Lovely.
Series mod with a MOSFET.
Yeah.
And it's a really good, really lightweight mod. It's obviously a semi-mech, just with a MOSFET that protects the fire button. But I haven't got enough views for this, so I don't know what it is with people, but they're not watching my videos at the moment. So if you wouldn't mind going over to my channel and start watching a few. Yeah, I've got 4,300 subs, and I'm only getting about 200 or 300 views, so I don't know what's the matter with you lot. So get your asses in gear. I put a lot of time into these reviews, and to go and watch them. All right, cheers.
I thought I had the grumps.
Anyway, no, seriously, if you want to check out the channel, do, because that is on there, and that was the
so what's that last from, Mike?
That is Overkill Mods. Sorry, smack the right. Here's the logo on there. Can you see it?
I can see it. Yeah.
And there's another one on that side. And there's
like the MF vape on the front. That presumably are they 3D printed?
Yeah, these 3D printed custom designs. You can put what you want on. I've got it's only Bantamate on that side. But yeah, I think it looks really good. Nicely rounded edges, nice and clean inside.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, battery strap and all that. And it hits like a if you like series vaping, if you like vaping about 200 watts,
it would do, mate.
Get yourself a 30 mil on there, or the Ragnar 35, or the Titan. And to be honest, I've actually really been enjoying it. Like now and again, I don't like doing it first thing in the morning, but it's a cracking device if you like that. But obviously, you've got to build accordingly because it's not really going to be for your mouth-to-mouth vaping that sort.
Not really, mate. I suppose you could go on holiday for a fortnight with it, with a mouth to lung, couldn't you? Really?
Well, I don't know because it's series. You'd have to build. Well, I suppose it would be all right, wouldn't it? 1 point something ohm. It'd still be too many watts though, wouldn't it? Because if you want only 10 or 15, it would be giving you 30 instead.
Wouldn't be ideal, would it? Really?
But so we've got that. We're also. I've got a few things, Mark. I hope you don't mind. But I thought we probably need some content.
No, crack on.
Got another one here. This is another bespoke one. I got both these for my birthday from Lisa. This has also got the same designs on it, but this is Tree of Life box mods. And this one here is a dual parallel. So we've got some fog stars in there. This one's got an on-off switch, and we've got a nice spongy fire button, MOSFET as well.
Lovely.
This was only 65 quid. The review is on the channel for this as well. Parallel as well, so it's I put like a 0.13 or something on there, and hits really well. And the battery life, because it's parallel, lasts you easily over a day, if not more. The series one, to be honest, you can't vape this as much, so the battery life's pretty good in that as well, to be honest. But so we've got both those on the channel. We've also got the Gator, which is by QP Design. So I've got it in mouth to lung mode. Don't know if you've seen that one, Mark, but it comes with two sections. Hang on, see if I've got it. It's in mouth to lung mode. So this tank here is sort of an all-in-one.
Oh, the QP. Sorry, I can see what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that comes off, and then if you want to put it in DTL, you put the tank on, which is this one, which holds a bit more liquid, and it's got a slightly wider bore. Yeah. But I've really been getting on with it. I've had an alien, one of your aliens, in all week, and a nice restricted direct to lung, which is what I like to vape. And I was thinking the mouth to lung isn't going to be that good from what I've been hearing, but I've got it on the smallest hole. Quite
loose, I heard.
Yeah, it is a little bit loose, but you know me, I quite like a loose mouth to lung. For me, it's ideal.
Mike,
so I'm getting
loose.
I like I'm getting some really good flavour from this one in both, and I will try and get the review recorded next week because I've taken a week off. So I'm really pleased.
No one's watching them.
Right, exactly. This is the last chance. If no one watches this batch, that's it. I'm jacking. So, but it is a really good mod. We got it on the Dopo. What's this called? Mono SQ by Signature Tips as well.
That's nice. I like them. I must admit, I do fancy. I think one of them.
It is good. Yeah. This is one I actually got given to me, so I'm really happy now because they're a bit pricey because they've got DNA 75 of them. They're about 120 quid, I think.
Yeah.
But I've actually been using it in temperature control as well, which I don't use because you gave me some stainless steel coils. They work a treat on it. Those mouth to lung Claptons and that.
Right.
I've been doing I'm only doing it about 12 watts, to be honest. I don't. When you've got a 1 ohm cord, I don't think you need many more watts than that, 11 or 12.
No, yeah, that's about right. Well, 13 I normally am. So, yeah, but I can live with 12, yeah.
But, yeah, this works really well. If you're vaping mouth to lung, single 18650 is all you need. A couple more bits, Mark, and then we'll be done. We've got the Glint mod and the Nautilus GT.
You really do, Mike.
Well, if you want me on the show, mate, I'm going to bring what I've got on it.
We're nearly done, don't worry.
The review's on the channel for that as well, guys. And we've also got one more thing, the Aegis X, which has got, this is good, Mark, the QP Juggernaut V2. I bought the authentic from France.
Right.
Top airflow, doesn't leak, really good flavour.
I have heard that's good, actually.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. It's right up my street, a restrictive direct to lung. So, yeah. And that completes my buffet with the Aegis Max on top, which fits a 30mm. So that's a nice little single 21700. Yeah. So I'll pass it on to you, mate. What are you vaping on?
Well, we'll go along the lines of 21700 because I asked on the show last week recommendations for a mod, tube mod 21700. And the more you get looking, there actually aren't that many. There's the dicodes, Danny, but that's a regulated chip.
Yeah, they're
MechMod,
expensive as well, aren't they?
yeah, but MechMod, there's not that much.
I
But
haven't looked recently, Mark, to be honest. I've got the Tauren, I think. You remember that Thunderhead Creations thing I had about two or 3 years ago? That was a 21700. But
right,
and what about the Keen, the Tenacious mod?
I got
You've got the Vindicator, haven't you?
the Vindicator
They do look good, to be honest, don't they?
with the
And the
nest on
stain.
top. Doesn't that look nice? I think it does. I think it.
Oh, right. Is it supposed to look like a bird nest then?
Well, the clue will be when you actually get one free of charge for review if you're still doing reviews, Mike.
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? No,
Yes,
I'll review it for you. When are you going to get them in then?
they're going to be. To be honest with you, the order was all confirmed and done, and like money was transferred today. So it's the final detail, isn't it? It's the little, there's a tool that you need just to put the coil in, or you don't need it, but it's better.
Oh, right. What's to come in the sample packaging and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I sent
you,
I sent Mark a little wooden
prototype.
rod. Yeah, yeah. Well, these are all prototypes. I say these are all. There aren't many of them.
And you're still teasing us by not showing us the deck.
I will do really, really soon, and I'll do a video just explaining how to set it up. Thank you, Rob. The nest looks sexy, has to be said. I think it looks nice on there. I really do. Get it in front.
What sort of height's that, Mark? It looks relatively short. Is it shorter than like a goon type vape, do you reckon? Or is it a little bit shorter?
The dripper itself?
Yeah.
Hang on.
You got any RDAs there?
I'll just get my micrometer straight.
Is that your penis?
That's the only thing I could find. It's 3 centimeters tall, including the drip tip.
Say no more. 3 centimeters, is it?
Sorry?
All right, including the drip tip. Yeah, I suppose that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, so it's probably, it's an average sort of height, isn't it? 24,
it's about an average height. Where's that futoon one? There's the futoon. Let's put that side by side. So, are we in focus or in?
Is that a single core, that one, Mark?
What, mine?
No, the futoon.
The futoon is, yeah.
Yours is a single as well, but
yeah. Everyone dragged it out of me last week. It is mesh.
Yeah, single mesh. But I must admit, it looks good on that Vindicator. What's that hit like, that Vindicator?
It hits well. Yeah, it hits well. The switch is quite strong. Quite a strong switch. But I think there are settings for it. To be honest with it arrived today. I got home, ripped it out of the package, set it up, and I had a little chat with Jay earlier, and he said, "Is that a clone?" I said, "No, it's not." So I treated myself. There you go. There's a little.
You can get them less than a $1 now, can't you?
Yeah, I mean I had a bit of a deal on it, so I'm happy. But if anyone wants one, folks, Steve SR Vapes has got them. So.
Oh, right, cool. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's probably where I've seen them. So it takes a little bit of a push in that button. You're not going to be inadvertently firing that one.
No, but that's nice, isn't it? You can spit it down and nothing's going to happen to it.
And that button at the bottom is flush, isn't it? Or is it recessed a little bit?
It's very, very slightly recessed. Very slightly.
Yeah, that's ideal, that. Because that's one thing I have with that Tauren mod. The button's proud. So when you put it down, you could, set it off.
I had that with the... God, what was that old futoon mech mod? X50. Looked like a
That blue
missile
thing. Did Mark TVP reviewed it, didn't he?
I think so, yeah. I've still got one brand new in the box somewhere, but I've got one that I use as well. But to be honest with you, that is... Oh, he's on his pipe now.
I forgot I had the pipe as well, mate.
Hang on. I like.
Okay, now you got a bloody tip on that.
I got a proper. I haven't used that in ages. So put that down. That was.
I actually quite like using it, Mark. To be honest, it's quite nice now and again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just relaxing. I thought it was going to be too diluted, but you can give it a longer pull than you would normally, wouldn't you? And put the wattage up slightly more.
You can.
And
the cooling point in the.
yeah, but I've got the Aries 2 on here, Innokin, and bloody good tank for the money. I got it for about $20.
Right.
So I'm very happy with that. I think I've never had the first one, but I'm very happy with that tank. So yeah, good. Both reviews on the channel.
But H24, I think. No,
that was it, wasn't it?
No, there was an H. That's the one that Fiona's on about. That is the H24. But I didn't mean that one. I meant the one that took a 26650 battery.
Oh right, old school.
Got one somewhere.
The Stuart heads and put your marigolds on. I only need marigolds for undoing dodgy tanks like the Trilogy.
Daniel's put it suits the Nest better than the Pickle. Daniel always calls this the Pickle mod.
Oh right.
It's not. It's called the Woodpecker. But see if anyone in chat knows what Daniel means by the Pickle mod.
I think the full stainless looks mint though, doesn't it? Stainless RDA stainless mod. I just think it looks the nads, that does.
Yeah. It really does feel like you've got the kit. You turn up with that, you'd be turning up for business, wouldn't you?
What sort of wattage what ohm resistance is that coming out with?
The stainless steel coil in here is about 0.2.
Oh, what, you've got a coil in there, have you, or is it a mesh?
It's a mesh.
A mesh coil.
Mesh. Yeah. You're pulling things out of me, aren't you? Talk to me. Share. 0.2 ohms, the stainless steel mesh coil that suits it.
All right, so you're probably pushing about 60 watts or so on there.
Yeah, but it's about that. Yeah, I would say you're about right. But I mean, you can see I'm not afraid. I haven't put any liquid in it. I'm not afraid to just keep chugging away on it, and it's only a dripper.
Nice reservoir on it then.
Upside down, Mike. Look at this. Still no spit. Still no spit, just a mouthful of vape that went in my throat.
I'm looking forward to it, Mark. I haven't had an RDA for a while, so I've had a couple, but I haven't actually opened them.
I think you'll like it, Mike. It's something a bit different. I don't know if you watched last week, but Mark TVP was on here.
Yeah, I think I did, didn't I?
Yeah, and I spoke to him actually during the week because he had the Canthal coil that was built for him inside. And Mark was like you. He prefers stainless steel, doesn't he? And he changed it for stainless steel. And I said to him, how'd you get on with putting the new coil in stainless steel? And he basically...
Oh, what, the actual coil? Yeah. Stainless, yeah.
I sent him a stainless steel coil with it. And he said, yeah, easy to install. He said, no, I prefer the flavour even more. So he loved it.
Yeah, definitely. The difference between... Because I used some Canthal mesh and stainless steel mesh for the steam parade tanks that I did for their mesh ones, and I just thought the flavour increased by about 15% by putting stainless. So I don't know if it's just me, but I just think you get a crisper sort of taste. But some people like Canthal though, don't they? So they swear by it.
Some people do, some people do, and there'll be a nichrome version as well. But I don't think many people will buy the nichrome coil for it. I think it will be, to be honest with you, let's suppose that there's 100 people bought it. I reckon 85% will probably put stainless steel coils in it. I reckon.
Yeah.
Good that. And the other will probably be more or less Canthal, I'd have thought. Baz S, let's put his comment on the screen. So I'll see if I can be a bit better at this week. Can you use normal coil in the Nest, or will it defeat the purpose of the deck? It pretty much will defeat the purpose of the deck, Baz, to be honest. I wish I could. I'm itching and dying to show everyone how to put the coil in, but it will all make perfect sense. And, I choked myself going upside down. But that's not because of this. There's no juice coming out. It's just my throat close this.
Yeah, it all went down the wrong hole, didn't it, Mark?
I had my operation, didn't I? And you can probably see, I don't know if you can see on my neck, that when I had my neck operation, they basically, I don't want to make it gory for everyone, they basically they move your throat to one side and they operate through the front. And that's what they did to my neck. So, of course, now and again, you sort of feel yourself go
stretch it
like that. It sort of gets stuck, and when you put your throat,
oh really?
Yeah, it just tightens. Yeah. So there you go. Something you didn't know. Something you didn't know.
Who have we got in there? I don't know how far down you are, but I've been missing chat. It is different when you are actually streaming. It is easy to miss, but when you're on the chat like them, like you think, "Oh bloody hell, Mark, you're about 20 minutes behind." But like when you're actually talking, it's quite easy to miss it, isn't it?
Ian Morgan has put, you can turn the button to have a long or short throw. I did quickly try that in. You're right. I understood that, and I got it so that on one bit it didn't fire at all, and then it fired. Yeah, so I understand. Yeah, I think it is quite a long throw on this. Is there only 2 settings in or 3? Because it goes all the way around, but I think one setting pulls the whole button assembly out. Anyway, I'll get to grips with it.
Are you going to do a review for that one, Mark? Or...
What, for the Kennedy?
Yeah.
I might do, because I must admit, I'm very impressed with it so far.
Yeah.
Flawlessly went together, and the battery rattle, nothing.
No, because I've never watched a review, so if you did one, I'd probably check it out.
Has there not been many reviews on the Kennedy?
No, there has, but I'm not really one who, if I see a mech review, I don't normally go and watch them. I might watch the odd one, but I like the look of that. In stainless, I think it looks mint.
Does look nice, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it does. Dion has a full copper switch on her Vindicator. Well, that's copper, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks copper.
Let's just take it out so everyone can see. For those that don't know, not everyone will know. It sounds like there's some fans of the Kennedy out there. That's the switch in the bottom. Quite weird, isn't it?
Is that constant contact then? You're just pushing up the
spring
to the.
Hang on. Can I show that or not?
Oh, it does move. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not constant contact then.
No. Well, that piece is that's spring loaded. Look. So that that holds the battery, stop it getting rattling, and then you've got the other bit. It's hard to explain.
Especially when you've got it off the mod
to make a contact. But
yeah, I see how it works. So it is constantly touching it. Then it's just not making the actual until you press it.
So there you go.
Which does make a difference, doesn't it? Because you shouldn't get any arcing with that.
No, that's right. Rufus, think it'll be my first mesh RDA. Not been tempted with mesh until now. Thank you, Rufus. That really means a lot because that means you have put your faith in me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. What's the RR? The RR? RR. What's the RR? Recommended retail?
Might be recommended retail, yeah. What, the Nest?
We'll go with that, shall we? It'll be under £30, the Nest. So it's not going to be an expensive one. There's we'll have a chat about something in a little while. There's something in my head with that. We'll come back to that.
Do we know who makes it yet, Mark?
I haven't got a clue. Do you know who makes it? A little grinner.
But it isn't EH Pro though. We know that, don't we?
It is not EH Pro. It is not.
I reckon can I guess?
You got one guess. If you get it right, I'll tell you. Wrong, I'll say no.
I don't say it's going to be wrong, but no, it can't be.
Think about it. Come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. I've only got one guess. I don't think it's going to be anyone like Watofo.
Are you saying Watofo?
No. What about Futoon then?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
If I'd have been sitting where you're sitting, I would have guessed at Futoon as well. No, it's not.
It's not there. Okay.
That would have been my guess too.
That's it. I've blown it.
blown it. Pav, Mark,
Ambition, Rufus.
vertical mesh. Yes, it is vertical, Pav. Yeah, I don't actually like mesh that much when it sits over and you squirt the cotton underneath. It's not like that.
You don't get the right airflow, do you, Mark? I found with that.
No, it's
with
not
that
like
profile RDA and that. So I just find it just feels weird to me. I don't like it.
Yeah, yeah. Sean says he's still enjoying the Easy Mod SBS I got from Mark. It's my daily now. That's good, Sean. Brilliant. It's always nice when people buy things and they use them. You know, they use them.
They do look nice, those easy ones, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
They look a bit, because you know the Aspire has sort of copied it, and a lot of other brands have as well. I think there's a Kazumu one, there's a Watofo, I think. Was it Watofo got one? Or
I think Dovpo are doing one now, Aspire are doing one.
Yeah.
I think there's quite a few.
It's funny, isn't it, how they all follow suit.
Dal, can we all have a guess? No, you can't. Scott Lee, what about the True Pro? Right, okay. Two things that come into that is, one is the Easy Mod. Two is the True Pro. This is the prototype.
Oh, right, you've got a True Pro, Mark.
True Pro, that is the prototype.
I quite like the look of that. Nice bell on it. Looks like the Aries.
You think?
No, it's got the Aries hasn't got that tall. You got a taller chimney piece on there, haven't you? But that's one thing I liked about this. That bell shape really does give it good flavour.
I'm going to absolutely be honest with everyone now. I think it's an ongoing. You know, I like to talk about things as ongoing projects and keep informed where I can and about how I can. There are things about this I really, really like, and that, you know, the things from my head which have come into this, which I think brilliant. They've got it, and my design has been transferred into a product, but it's not quite right yet, and I'm not.
Oh, really?
I'm not accepting this as a finished. Let's press a button on it. It is not quite right yet. I'll be interested what everyone thinks as to the aesthetics of it. Whether or not forget the drip tip if you don't like stainless steel drip tip. If you prefer a Delrin, let's show you again.
What's the top cap, Mark? Are you still doing a push sort of thing, or is that a threaded top cap? Or can you say about that?
Yeah, I can tell you.
You know me, that's the thing I look for first, because one thing I don't like is those push down ones.
No, it's not push down. I was just trying to line it up. Right.
That's one thing. The Aries is crap.
Come here. 2 dots, line up, off.
Oh, right. Bayonet them.
Bayonet, yeah.
Yeah, they're quality. That's what the QP's got as well, which I like. Yeah. The old it's a big quarter of a turn, but I just love them.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to have a top cap, personally. You then end up with a dead flat top.
You don't get any stripping of threads or anything, do you? So
yeah. Pav says too tall. Pav, I'm inclined to agree with you. That's part of what. Although some people don't mind that, that wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. What is a bit of a deal breaker for me? I'm going to go close to the microphone. Everyone, listen.
Oh, yeah.
It's noisy, and for me, a mouth to lung should be the only thing you should hear. For me, is just a little pop of the coil. You shouldn't be hearing the airflow coming through, and that is what's niggling me. with the True Tank. Okay, this is the best way I can describe it. When you vape a mouth to lung with a True Tank, you have to make that airflow work almost. When you use it, you can feel the pressure of that flow, and you've got resistance there to pull that through whatever hole you have it. This almost feels like you're just pulling air through a void, and that is, for some people, they would love that, but that's not.
It's not a mouth to lung then, is it?
No, it's not my. I mean, that's quite a tight draw, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it's not... Do you know the back pressure I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, because that's one thing I was impressed with the Aries, especially if you put it on the smallest hole. I was getting that. Even it's got that cross airflow on the bottom.
Yeah.
I even have that fully open to give maximum coverage to the coil, but because the you can put a real small hole on the AFC, I just think it works really well. And like you say, I like with the Mount I like to have a longish drag, and then it pops and crackles.
Yeah.
Then you can feel that it's like a crescendo of flavour, isn't it? But
it is, and this,
like,
I mean, I've got...
some of them are a little bit loose, like you're saying. You think, hang on, is this half DTL? It feels like when it's going in.
Company are going to go mad at me for explaining so much of this, haven't we? You basically got...
It's not ready yet, though, is it?
It's not ready yet, so hang on, let's see if we can focus in here. True Pro written at the bottom there, right? Then you've got... Does everyone remember when I think someone pointed out the roulette, and I had a look at the roulette, and I just went... My jaw just dropped, because I hadn't... Sort of... This, for me...
The Vape Galaxies looks like that as well.
Does it?
With the airflow that you sort of wind the thing round.
Well, you've got dual on this. So I've got one side open at 0.9 and one at 1 mil. So if I turn one side off and put it to 0, and let's have a go at that.
Yeah, that's what the Galaxies had. They had two airflows on either side with a spin wheel. Vape Galaxies, the original.
Right.
I found it a bit confusing. Because you can have different airflow sizes on each side. Can you have it shut off as well on one side and just have the one hole? That might give you
on one side.
That will give you I bet that's nowhere near as turbulent, is it?
It's not, but it's still... Work needs to be done, folks. I'm sorry. I will only let something with my name on it go out when I think everyone's going to love this. Really, that should speak, as Rufus put in there, volumes for, things I am happy with.
Yeah.
And I don't like putting my name to anything that is substandard, and I won't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I'd rather chuck the money away. If there's a charge for what we've done so far, all right, fine.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Not everything works in life, so let's move on. Let's just put it down to experience. But when things are right and you get them as you feel right, then I'll push it till the cows come home if I think it's worth pushing. Do you know what I mean?
The one you can see that from the True Tank. You put a lot of time and effort into that, and you only released it when you were happy, wasn't it? So,
I did. I mean, I do wish now. Imagine that the True Tank with that top cap. I think would have been lovely.
Yeah, exactly. Why incidentally? Why have you got that taller piece of chimney in there? Is that your design, or is that?
You mean inside it?
Yeah, the bit from the bell upwards.
It actually
Didn't you shrink that down, or
it actually gets quite warm as well.
Oh right,
which is confusing to me as well. I don't see why.
That's weird. I don't know what the deck looks like. You're probably not going to show that.
So it's not there yet, folks. We'll get.
I'm sure you'll get them. I'm just going to nip to the freezer. Hang on.
Are you getting a tinny? Is that for your piles?
Prepared. My allotted second can. That's all I'm having. Get a headache otherwise.
No, that's not my experience of drinking with you, Mike, I have to say.
Yeah, I know, but it's a school night. I've got to go to work in the morning. So.
Right.
What they say there, Mike's still a tight rasper.
True Pro's looking good to me as Adrian. Aries 2 is quality. Please get the restriction down to 0.8 or 0.6 like the Purity Plus. Kevin, there is a restriction for that, and I would always do that because it's mouth to lung, and I'm of the belief like if it ain't tight, it's not right, and I would rather go more on the tight side, letting people open it up if they want to, than I would So this won't go down tight enough. So don't worry about that.
Definitely, Mark, because even though I don't always like a very tight vape, I like to test it on that tight because I know what people like when they have a tight vape.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't do that, even if I might like the draw, I know there's a lot of people out there, which I've learnt in time, that won't like it. So I've changed my reviews now because I'm a more experienced smelter lunger.
Yeah.
When on some of my earlier ones, I probably said they're good, and they're not. They're just good for me.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas now I'm really understanding what how tight some people like it.
Yeah.
And like you say, I like it to be smooth across the board and still give that flavour by adjusting the wattage up or down.
Yeah.
But it's when I don't like it when you put it with a certain hole and you get a turbulent vape or something like that. I like it to be smooth across the board.
That's what I like. I like it so that it's quiet on the airflow. You can hear the pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, I love that crackle. You know that you've hit the spot.
And that's all really I want to hear. I don't want to hear going through. You just don't, do you? You don't.
It's not very discreet, is it? At night, if you're trying to do a crafty vape and you've got it sounding like a bloody train.
Rufus, ether is smooth airflow. Took a few bills to get right, but great now. Dion, I don't mind the height as long as you can get more juice in it. Yeah, I'm with you there, Dion. Mark, that's my opinion on mouth to long. Also, no to sound. Yeah, Adrian, I couldn't agree more, Adrian. You shouldn't happen. Shouldn't be. Scott Lee, is it 22 or 24? It's 22.
Is that 4 mil tank capacity or 3, Mark?
This definitely holds more than as it sits. More.
You're going to have to do it as a 2 though as well, and put an extender on or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first thing in my head is get everything right, get the balance right inside, get it vaping.
Yeah.
Then you can perhaps, I mean, with our TPD laws and stuff like that, you have to make a 2 mil variant of it, don't you?
You could always put the double wall on it, like they did with the Nautilus, because this is 2 mil.
Yeah.
But they've made the double wall piece of glass. So I went and bought the separate glass for another couple of quid, and it's 3 mil now. Because all they did was just make it twice as thick.
Yeah.
And it's funny how they can get away with it, isn't it? Just, but I suppose they didn't include the other one in the.
Well, it's a bit like the silicon bungs that.
Yeah.
Not allowed them anymore, are they? But
I don't know. QP came with them. They had a couple in the side there,
right,
to bring it down to 2 mil. Obviously, it doesn't come. This bubble comes separately, but the bungs on the straight glass, because I think it's 4 mil normally, and it's got a couple of bungs on the side, and it just tells you to peel them off.
Does it?
You get it. I don't think it'll vape if you leave them in there, but they're still. I bought them.
The other thing they do is they put a stock coil in some, don't they? That a really big stock coil that means there's only 2 mil of juice.
Oh right, yeah.
Then you put your RBA or whatever, or a different type of coil,
and it's a load narrower.
4 mil. I've seen that as well. Daniel says for cyber sides, where your airflow gets blocked at the back, a shop called Vape UK sells little 22mm plastic gaskets that fit on the underneath of your tank. That's stopping. What Daniel in a different place? What Daniel means is for something like the Easy Mod, if your airflow goes to the back, they're just little plastic, really thin. They are actually. I did have some somewhere. In fact, I think Daniel sent them to me. So it just moves that airflow. Instead of being at the back, it will then come at the side or something. Just move it another quarter turn. That's all it does. So quite useful if you like your side by sides.
Has it got juice flow control? Actually, is asking.
I'll tell you what. Can we get to that in a sec?
Yeah. Sorry, you're a bit further behind.
Like the roulette going on underneath too. Yeah, and my jaw dropped actually when I saw the roulette. I just thought, really, it's going to look like a copy of the roulette.
Yeah, but to be honest, Mark, like with tanks, you're going to have to copy. Like you could say that about having a bell over the top, a domed chimney, couldn't you? Yeah. Everything just evolves, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Where was your question, Mike?
I think it was Rufus. Has it got juice flow control?
Yes,
Gennaro.
Yeah, as it sits, it has.
It has, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. See the little. In fact, it's not fully open now. Can you? Oh, come on, camera.
Yeah, you can just about see it now.
Just see, I've just got it closed off, and if you turn that wheel,
What'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, you do the wheel for the juice flow.
turn the middle. Just turn the middle.
Oh, right, that's clever.
And there you go.
Yes. Ah, right. I see what you mean. So that actual piece of knurled bit.
Yeah, the
at
knurled
the bottom. That's
so Z, there you go, and that's now back open.
Is this the H Pro again? Obviously, Mark. Even though it's
no, it's not actually. It's
even though it's called the True Pro.
Yeah.
Is that your name then? Is it?
I'll just tell you that the designer who designed the True Tank moved to another company. There you go.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you designed it.
No, but you know what I mean. You design it with someone.
No, I'm joking. You just put your name on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Tony B. Can we file Tony B off there and just put my name on?
Have you got a modding thought as well, Mark? Any sort of mod you're thinking of?
I have, yeah. And
it's
a mod for the Nest.
Yeah. Ah, right. Do we know anything about that yet? I can't remember whether I've heard anything on it.
You do pull some things out of me, don't you?
Well, I'm sure that your wonderful subscribers will be wanting to know, Mark. We need something to go with that Nest, don't we? What do you reckon, guys? What's up, TVP? TVP's in the house.
Eden Mark, forget the colours, all right, because not all the colours are going to happen. But
you don't have to show us.
That will give you an idea.
That's going to be cloned now. All right, what's it called? The trunk.
Yeah, make of that what you will.
The True NK.
The trunk. So you got the Nest and you got the trunk.
I like
it. What tank do you recommend on the Hera, 22 or 24? You can fit a 24 on there, Shane, or a 22. Let's pick a 22.
They look quite nice, those Heras, Mark. I looked on your site the other day. Do loads of colours, don't they?
Yeah, they do. This is 22.
Have you got a couple there? Like, what's these frosted ones? There's like frosted and there's also like polished or something.
I've only got a black in front of me, and the polished. Oh, there's a polished one here somewhere. What do I do with it?
Yeah, they do look rather nice. The pictures there, anyway.
I'll tell you what. Let's put this one on.
Have you done a review for that, Mark?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't. No.
You're going to, are you?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. That's a 22mm tank on the Hera. There you go. So that fits quite well. If airflow is, what I'll say to you is, if airflow is important, there is like a little lip here that covers it. So if you're worried about airflow, I would probably use a 22mm tank, because then this lip doesn't then matter where that goes.
It'll still get in around the side.
Yeah. I love the galaxies. Ashley says, must admit I've heard noisier than that on the mouth to lung tank. Yes, I have, Ashley, but I am fussy. The only way you can say to yourself when you're happy with something is that you're confident to send that in the mail to a reviewer and think, if he picks fault in this, it's because he's not having a good day, or he hasn't built it properly, or he's not really a mouth to lung vapor. Not because he can go, it's all right, but listen, and that's just that. I'd hate that. I would just then know that I could have done better, and that for me, I'm not happy with that.
To be honest, with a mouth to lung, it's not many that I've got that make much noise anyway. So I think it must be harder to make them noisy than not noisy, isn't it?
Well, they all make, like, did I bring that up with me? I thought I did. Oh, yes, I have. So, like the dot mod with the dot.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a. Hang on.
Is that a stock call though?
No, it's rebuildable. There isn't really an airflow noise, but all I can hear in mine is that of the coil, and that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear the airflow at all. I don't think you should. Unless you're a particularly open mouth to lung style vapor, then I suppose you would.
Yeah. So that's going back to that mod that you briefly glimpsed on the screen, Mark.
Yeah.
Are we talking? Have we got any variable voltage or anything with that?
Oh, do you mean on my one?
Yeah, your one, because I don't want you to go.
It's going to
too much
be
into
a bit like.
Was it like that Dovpo thing? The what's it called? The fish scales one. I can't remember what it's called now.
Well,
it's basically got protections.
It's going to have protection features in it, yeah. So it's not.
But it's like a mech mod. So when you've got fully charged, you're going to get a better vape than when it's gone down, basically.
Yeah.
Like the stratum and that sort.
That's
of thing.
it. You got it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just think for people, for the select, I'm going to say not select few, but for the more of the minority, they can put it on. They've probably already got a Kennedy or something. Do you know what I mean? They can put it on.
Yeah.
But for the wider audience that thinks, do you know what? I haven't had an RDA. I fancy that. Then they're probably a mech might frighten them. A safety feature of a mech might frighten them. So, I just think it makes more sense.
Yeah, definitely. And if you get the chip right, because I presume they have still got a chip in it.
Yeah.
Because I think you said that Doppo one wasn't very hard hitting, but I thought it was great. Because I put it up against one of my mechs.
I had you're talking about this one, the Armour. You're talking about.
Yeah, the Armour. I thought it was cracking.
It was better with stainless steel in there than it was the Canthal, to be fair.
Right, that would be it then, because I only used stainless. But I put it up against the what's that Mike Vapes one, the Clutch, which has got silver content. That does hit really well.
Yeah.
And I thought it hit just as well, quite instantaneous. I thought as well.
Yeah.
But then again, stainless heat ramps up quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's a good idea, Mark. Because like you say, there are a lot of people out there that don't want to go down mechs ever, basically. So,
and it's hard to find a 25mm tube mod that isn't like the Mod 101 or whatever it was.
Or the Nunchaku or something.
Which was so long and tall. That's too tall, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like you say, the Armour. I think they did one before. There's not many else out there, is there?
No, very few. Ian Morgan has a dual air intake or single. Prefer dual. It's dual on that one.
Is that a single 21700 Mark or an 18650? Your mod?
It will be 21700
with an adapter.
With an adapter to go down to 18650.
Oh, that's quality. So that should work all right with an RDA.
Yeah, but you really. Mark and I talked about this last week. You really do need a 21700, I think, for any kind of length of time you want to use it during the day.
It's like this Max thing I'm using. If this was an 18650, I wouldn't be having the QP on there. It would probably last about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But with this, I have it in there most of the day. And it must have a very efficient chip in it because I'm doing it at like 80 watts.
Yeah.
And the battery is and it hits really well. I'm really impressed with this Aegis Max. Single battery, so it's comfortable as well and light. So yeah, that's I'm starting to lean towards single battery mods. In fact.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even with my dual cores, as long as you've got a 21700, because you can put like a molly cell in there, like you're getting 4000 mAh anyway, or what's those Samsungs, the 40Ts, they've got a little bit more capacity. I think you're all right. You're getting a few hours out of them.
What's this? Gennaro, let's put his comment. I think you might have mentioned this before and I went past his comment. I meant not to, but hello, have you tried the Gas Mods Cree 24 RTA? Every time I fill it and put back the drip tip, it pisses by the bottom. Go back to here. Tried more cotton, less cotton, always pissed when screwing back after filling. There's a lot of urination there. Like, I've got the Cree here. So this isn't the 24, this is a 22. And I didn't have any problems with that.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet, Mark.
Haven't you?
It looks a bit like a Wasp Nano RTA.
Yeah, but it is glass.
Has it got a plastic top on it though?
No, I don't. Or is it? No, I think it's all glass, isn't it?
Has it got threads on it, stainless steel, or is it plastic, because that was nano. That annoyed me a little bit.
Oh, actually, I'd say that. I think the drip tip is plastic. I can't remember now.
Is it an all-in-one top cap then?
Did I review that? I can't remember. No, you. No, it's not all in one. No, it's like an O-ring. That's right. There's no.
Oh, press fit.
And it slides up through it. I've probably just made that leak now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to answer Rufus. Is that single core? This one I've got in here is a dual core at the moment. Rufus 0.13, 80 watts, and I'm getting. Admittedly, I'm not vaping it continuously, but I've had that in there all day, and it's hardly used anything. You look at the battery meter, because I rotate between 3 or 4 mods. But yeah, it hits really well, because with some of these single batteries, I'm thinking, it's not enough for 80 watts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't do it, but this Aegis Max is a really good chip.
Yeah, it is a good chip with them, isn't it? Kieran has answered. Is that Rufus? Yeah, right. On the 22mm one, you really need to get the wicking right, or it does the same. Not too much, but make sure it's right against the juice. I've got a feeling, Kieran, you're obviously in chat. Rather than use a 2.5mm coil internal diameter, I think I used a 3. I've just got this niggle in my mind that I did. Maybe you can put that in. That might help. Are you brimming it when filling it?
Did you want to read that out loud?
You got to be careful how you said that one, haven't you?
What's up, JP Vapes? How we doing? He said.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Mark's got his children tonight, so he said he needed to make his excuses, which is absolutely fair enough. And I really appreciate the last couple of weeks that Mark has stepped in, as I do you this week. Thank you.
No worries.
Where else have we got in here? I didn't actually go through everything I was vaping, did I? How am I doing with chat? I'm not too bad this week.
Yeah, you're not too bad, Mark. No.
Iggy Mitchell. Let's go that one. Question for all. Best way to clean stock coils? We chuck them out, don't you? When they're dirty.
I do.
I have heard some people wash them out and then put them on a radiator. I mean,
you can wash them out, but the trouble is, it will make the cotton look whiter, but the bit behind the actual core or the mesh or whatever is in there is still going to be ganky. Because you can't dry burn the core. That's the problem. Like in the old days, I used to re-wick my Pro Tank 2 cores. Do you remember the Pro Tank 2, the old Kanger?
No, not at all, Mike. I never made any coils for them.
Yeah, but they're stock core. They're really, it's like 32 gauge, but you just took the cotton out, dry burn it on the mod, and then put your own cotton back in. It was actually easy enough to do. I don't expect I could do it now, though, because it's really thin wire. And it's very easy. If you put too much cotton in, you'll deform the wire. But have you tried to re-wick a stock core mesh tank?
I have actually tried.
I tried as well.
Yeah. And what I find with a lot of because if you saw the things I tinker with and play with, and I've got my clamps and my vice, and I'm like tapping the coils apart. I think, that's how they make them. I just like to know how people.
Yeah.
But the main thing is with a lot of the vertical coils. Think about the Aspire coils, the vertical coils. Yes, you could make them. You put your wire there. You go all the way at the top. You cotton round. You bring your wire back down over the top. So they didn't short out on the other one. But then all you ended up getting was, over a period of a few hours, the cotton seeped underneath the bottom coil, and you're like, you had to get something, just poke that cotton back out of the way again.
Yeah, it's very hard, isn't it? To
buy an RTA or buy a new coil is
the modern coils. I tried. Do you know that, like the mesh ones, they really use compact cotton as well. You'd think, bloody hell, how does that even wick? Because it's so compact. Yeah. And I've tried it, and it was just gurgling everywhere. I just couldn't get it right.
Couldn't you?
Because they're using such a compact cotton.
Yeah.
It's like they're using the outers of a Muji pad, which you usually throw away, don't you? Peel it off. It's like they're using that.
It's a very hard almost like it's been force dried, isn't it? A bit like
Yeah,
your wet socks in the sun or something. They go hard and crackly. It's a bit like that,
yeah,
isn't it? That cotton there. It's quite odd.
yeah, like a chamois leather that's dried out.
Jammy. Pav, I personally wouldn't bother. There you go. That's my answer too, Pav.
To be honest, if you get a decent coil, you can like the one that Lisa uses, the old Falcon, and the what's that Geek Vape one she just got a few weeks ago, the Geek Vape Mesh Subo. She because we're mixing our own juice with just peppermint.
Yeah.
She gets over a month, sometimes 6 to 8 weeks out before she has to change it.
Right.
Because there's literally just peppermint and VG and a little bit of PG. So there's no sweetener or anything. And that's normally what's doing the gunking.
I have actually. I'm glad you brought that up because I've got a sample here. Blackcurrant, raspberry and lime.
Oh, yeah.
If you can read the screen.
Cool.
With cool.
Oh,
So I've got a few samples because one or two people said they'd prefer it with some cool in it.
I expect I would, to be honest, because that's what I vape most of the time is summer blackcurrant.
I've got some samples there that I think because, for anyone who don't know, that was Mike's suggestion, that flavour. It came from Mike. And it's probably our #1/2 best-selling concentrate we sell.
Is it?
The mango, peach and papaya and the blackcurrant, raspberry and lime are the two top sellers.
It's funny you say that, Mark, because it seems to be more of a UK thing that they like, we like fruits. Whereas you go to America and they're more geared towards like the desserts, it seems.
That's why they call us limeys, Mike. And we don't care.
Yeah, it's just a bit of bants, isn't it?
Do they still call us that abroad? They used to, didn't they?
Probably. You're not allowed to say anything these days, right? So I doubt it.
I don't mind. You can call me a limey all you like. It doesn't bother me.
No, I don't care.
Why would it?
What do we call the Americans? But I'm not going to say it. But, yeah, it's your channel.
Lime was for scurvy, wasn't it? We ate lime on the boats, didn't we? To stop us getting scurvy. I think that's where we got the name from.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Lisa would probably know that. She's more into her history, but she can't hear this conversation because I've got my headphones on.
You didn't know you'd get a little history lesson, did you?
Yeah, cheers, Mark.
I'm sure it's what it was.
Yeah, so you're getting some Coolada basically in it then.
Yeah, and they're samples, but I mean, I don't like the cool in there. So I reckon what if you don't mind, what I might do is pop you a bottle of that in the post. And
is it a concentrate?
No, it's mixed up to 3 milligram.
Oh, is it?
The clue is at the bottom, Mike. I don't mean to be funny, but
oh, right, okay.
3 milligram.
Yeah, I'll try it out for you,
but
Mark.
There's varying amounts of cool. You see, there's like this one's got 1.25%, I think, and the other one's was 0.7. It's getting that balance right.
I would probably like the 0.75. No, I
Yeah.
don't like it overly cool, but I do. A lot of my vapes do have some Coolada, like the Kerno Black's got a little bit in it.
Yeah.
And the Summer Just Jam Summer Blackcurrant. That's my favourite juice now. It's basically just a slightly cooler version because I never used to really like my cool vapes, but I'm getting into it, especially with this hot weather.
I went the other way.
Nice.
I started off, I had to have
menthol.
Yeah, I wanted that because I wanted the throat hit like you get when you're smoking, I suppose. And I had the e-liquid I vaped for about the first year was 2/3 raspberry, just plain raspberry, and then mint on top, or menthol on top.
I bet that's quite nice, actually.
It was actually all right, but the trouble was, in the end, it almost gave me like heartburn.
Yeah, I find that if I've done too many drags of this one, because it's got summer blackcurrant, it feels like it's
like you've got indigestion.
Frozen your chest up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But that's why I just like to have I don't like it overpowering.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give that a shot, Mark, because that was a nice flavour, your one as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I vape. That's what's in there. It's what's in. We haven't done what else I'm vaping, have we?
I think it would work good in a mouth to lung, that one, Mark, because that's another thing. A little bit of coolada in a
Yeah.
mouth to lung tank
Yeah.
gives you that little bit of extra throat hit because you're only doing it 10, 15 watts.
Yeah. I didn't say what I was vaping. I've got the mango, peach, and papaya.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah, I've got that in here, and there's very little left of that.
Oh, what, 3 mil job of it?
3 milligram in there, yeah,
Yeah.
on a short fill. I've got the blackcurrant raspberry and lime that I make up from the concentrate at 9 milligram strength.
Do you like that flavour now, then, Mark? Because I didn't.
I've been vaping that flavour for months. Just that flavour. That's pretty much all I vape is blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime. The lime just gives that little kick, doesn't it, on the mouth?
Yeah,
it's lovely.
Yeah, it's a good little combo, that.
Oh, thanks, Kieran. He's just put on there 3 mil coils. So the question about the Cree RTA, use a 3 mil internal diameter coil. You'll find it better because the
Right. Oh, what is there bigger wick holes?
yeah,
or something?
yeah, it's great big wick holes from what.
That's like the old damn vape one I've got. What was that called? I can't remember what it's called now, but that was a pretty good vape. The Diamond.
Is this
that's got quite large wicking holes. But I did use a 2.5, and I just fuzzed up the cotton.
Did you try the cog?
No, I didn't. I
don't think you missed much, to be honest.
I didn't. I thought it was too pricey for what it was. I don't mind spending money.
You mean
I liked
the Diamond?
Yeah, that's not a bad little vape. I thought the only thing was you have to put that screw in there to sort of adjust the airflow, and I found that was a bit shite, really.
Yeah.
I know it's similar to the K-Fun Light, but it's just coming from the side rather than underneath. But
yeah.
The flavour, I thought it was really good. What did you think, Mark?
Yeah, I thought the flavour was pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah,
quite like the tank. I thought they'd done it quite well.
It's quite short as well, so if you like your stubby tanks, it's not a bad one.
Yeah. Get on the screen. Thank you, M. Diddles. I used to always use the Naturevape coils in my Pro Tanks. Brilliant coils. We still sell 20 plus a week. It's bizarre, isn't it? How old is that technology now?
Well, to be honest, mouth to lung technology doesn't really progress, does it?
No, I guess not.
The only thing they're starting to do is do the decks from one side instead, whereas before they might have taken up too much room. Do you see what I mean? Because most of them go one way and then the other way, don't they? The legs.
Yeah.
I'm seeing tanks now, like the Berserker 2, I think, goes in from the same side.
Yeah.
I noticed the other day.
Yeah. Kieran as well. I didn't realise that, Kieran. And his first product he ever bought from Naturevape, the Pro Coils. I didn't realise that. While we've got Kieran on the screen, massive congratulations. Kieran hit 1,000 subs. Well done, Kieran. Shall we give us some applause? I've got some applause up here somewhere. Let's find that.
Awesome.
There you go. For Kieran. Evening, Dean. Dean Devil Vape.
Deserves to be well over 1,000. He's one of the proper reviewers out there. He buys a lot of his stuff as well. So you're getting...
Kieran?
Yeah. You're getting proper, honest reviews.
Yeah. Couldn't agree.
So I highly recommend old ABC, everybody.
So I think I didn't actually go right through what I was vaping. There is
carry on.
I'm testing. I'll hold it up. It's a mouth to lung tank. It's a prototype.
Yeah.
It's on my, as Daniel would call it, the pickle. The woodpecker mod.
I don't like that drip tip.
You don't?
Well, I don't know. It looks like, is it a 510 or not?
Doesn't matter. It can be changed.
Oh, it can be. Oh, sorry. I thought it was one of those bespoke.
No, it's not. It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This has got quite an odd, and this is the bit I don't actually like. Airflow on the side.
What the F is that? Was that what you twiddle it?
Yeah, you turn it, and that's the bit that's not right. And
that ruined it. On the other side, it looked good, didn't it?
This.
It's not yours, is it?
No, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. I have actually had a bit of a hand in it. I've helped them a bit with it. Let's put it on here. But
Didn't help him with that bit though, did you?
I didn't, no. But it is quite interesting, and that when you've got a tank, you think, oh, you're almost there. There's so many good things about that tank, but you got to get rid of that. You can't leave that there.
No, that really ruins the aesthetics of it.
It does, but I mean, forget that. Take that out of the way. How good does that look?
Yeah. I quite like that chimney because with the liquid in there, it makes it look like it's right up to the glass.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't it? Is there room for that to go through?
That's quite noisy as well with this side bit.
Is it? I can hear that.
Hang on. Down I go.
Oh yeah.
Hear it?
Very high pitch, isn't it?
Yeah, and so that's not right. But I mean, they'll work on it. I know this company. They'll work on it. They'll get that right. So that's something else I'm vaping on with black currant raspberry lime in. I'm on the dot mod with the dot shell. I think I mentioned that earlier. And that is it. That is all I'm on tonight.
So, what's your DTL? Is it the Nest, is it?
Yeah, it's the Nest. And I've been chuffing away on this all show, haven't I? And
yeah. And you're quite happy with it, haven't you?
I'm topped up.
Oh, yeah?
No, I think it's getting dry now. Getting there.
Oh, better not show it to the camera, Mark.
Hang on. Let's see. See if I can hold it strategically. Can you see the drops? Yeah, you can see the drops. 1, 2.
Oh, bloody hell. So you're wrapping it right round there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
God, how are you getting airflow to that core?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 will do, but it'll take normally about 25 from between vapes. Just
over a mil then.
Yeah, which is pretty good, isn't it? When you think Ripper.
Yeah, it's because some of these single cores I've got, if you put more than about 8 drops in, you get real gurgly.
You get spit
flooding the deck out. Yeah.
Right, so I've just topped that up, okay, and I'm going to take me first, and you'll hear if there's spit back, because you can hear it, can't you?
I think I had one little bit.
There was. I didn't let it soak the cotton quite well enough. There was a little there, to be fair. Not enough to spit on my lips.
No.
Not enough for that.
You did, like you said, you hadn't left the juice long enough.
And it's gone.
That's good. So that cotton I'm envisaging then, Mark, is so you've got your vertical cord down the middle. It's like you've wrapped it all the way around.
Everything's round the outside. It's like one big. Hence, it's called the Nest.
So how are we getting airflow? I haven't looked at the
cap. Not telling you. You've pulled too much out of me already. I'll be getting my moderator.
That's interesting bit, Mark. That's why I said I'd review it. Because if I'm interested, I'm a lot more passionate about it.
Yeah, I think you'll be very interested in that. But it's the proof's in the pudding, isn't it? Yes, all right. I didn't let it soak through, and it wasn't dry, to be fair. So I was topping it up from a stage. But to go from that without the spit, and that's what I always hate about drippers. You put that bit too much in, you go like, oh, come on, I've got about 5 vapes to get rid of it.
But, you're frightened to do it, aren't you, at first? No, I can see it. You've got bottom airflow on there, so I won't give the game away, but I can see how that's working now.
Oh, can you? You engineered it in your head.
Yeah.
I've just got apple and raspberry fizz. That sounds.
I bet that tastes really good, actually. Now I'm quite looking forward to that, Mark.
Yeah, good. Good. I'm glad it won't be long. Honestly, it won't be long. And you know what I did with the True Tank. I will. Everyone will, that I know and get on with will get one.
Good.
Good.
Something a little bit different, Mark. That's what we want.
It is different. It's completely different. It's not been done, but that's why, Mike, and the only reason why I don't want to show the deck because it's going to be copied. I know it's copied.
Yeah.
But at least when it gets copied, everyone can say Naturevape did that first.
Yeah, exactly. When it's always the first person who does it, like the top side. Like that's starting to be copied now, isn't it? Like the Hadron with the backpack. Unscrew the top, put the juicing from the top, with the skunk. It was a bloody good design. That's the thing. When you get it, you are going to get copied. But that is a good thing, I suppose. As long as you make enough money in the first place,
Can you
or
do me a
enough.
favour, Mike?
Yeah.
Can you just look dead into the screen, stare at it hard, and stick 2 fingers up now? 2 fingers. There you go. That's for you, Pav. I just
What did he come in chat then?
I put his comment on the screen. Only 10 minutes behind in chat.
He's doing pretty well this week,
I'm
Pat.
doing all right, aren't I? I'm doing all right. I mean, chat's been at quite a nice pace tonight, so we're sort of kept up with
Yeah.
we digress about other things anyway. So
Well, yeah, a lot of the time you get chats speaking with each other anyway, don't you? So it's not, you look at it and you think, well, I don't know what they're talking about anyway. So
you got a fan here, Scott Lee. Blackcurrant raspberry lime's my favourite. That's why I bought the DIY kit last week, just waiting for it to steep. You haven't got long, Scott, to wait for that. I reckon. I mean, you can vape it fresh.
Yeah, straight out of the box you could with that.
But you'll notice in a week it tastes better than it does.
Yeah.
A week onwards, what I normally do is I make I have two 60ml bottles going at any one time, and as soon as I finish one, I move on to that.
Make another one
and
up.
make another one.
Yeah.
There's always one coming.
That's what I do.
Pioneer 2. Yeah, that was the Pioneer I put on the Hera.
Detective Inspector MFA. Yeah, speculums. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out of him. I'm doing it craftily.
I think you've done well, actually.
I haven't, actually. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you've done well. Not many people have got that much out of me. Daniel says, congratulations, Kieran. Can't believe I missed it. Yeah.
What about the drip tips, Mark? Are we getting more than one with it, or just the one?
I personally, this is what my take on drip tips. I've chosen this drip tip, which a lot of people will probably say it's too dull, boring. Where's the box? It's downstairs. I had so many samples of drip tips, and Mark tried it last week with a wider one that he could actually drip without touching it, just drip round the outside.
Oh yeah.
While leaving the drip tip on. But I think if people are into RDAs or even RTAs, they'll have their favourite 810 drip tips. So,
oh yes. Yeah.
You know, this will kick them off. It's a POM drip tip, so it should keep a bit cooler. But if you want to use your own,
810s will fit them, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, any 810 drip tip.
And the top of it, it hasn't got a lip on it or anything, has it?
No.
So it is flat. So
dead flat.
That's good. Yeah, because that really winds me up. With some of them,
dead flat, and the O-ring's inside. So and it's just.
Some RTAs, they put a little rim around the top, so the strip tip that comes with it fits perfectly. But then if your one, like this one, might be slightly narrower, it looks. The OCD people are going to think that doesn't look right. Yeah. So I think you've got to have a flat top on it, like your one. So well done. Gestapo, Mike.
Gestapo.
I think we've got a lot out of Mark tonight. Actually, we've even seen a close up of the finish as well.
I know. What about that? Pav says, "I think I worked out the deck, Mark. I understand why you called it the nest. Yeah, I mean, and that was why. When you think about it.
Yeah, you're using twigs as cotton.
Cotton, there you go. I started on cocktail sticks, but they were a little fat, so
took a little bit of wire to soak up the juice.
Paz just put bollocks because we stuck fingers up there. Daniel, God, is that time? Good God.
9:45 already. Doesn't time fly when we're on air, Mark?
It always does. Always does.
Yeah. It's been a good chat, actually. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, we always always chat well, don't we? Me and you, Mike, we get on well, don't we?
Yeah.
Baz says, will you send the nest to any American reviewers? I think Mike Vapes would like it. Yes, I will. I can't guarantee they'll review it if I send it to them, but yes, I'm more than happy to pay the post and send them to America. Definitely.
Did they get the True Tank at all, Mark? Or...
I did send the True Tank over. There was a couple of reviews, but not many. A couple that really, really liked it, actually. But at the time when the True Tank came out, it wasn't really like at the moment. Mouth to lung is quite fashionable, isn't it? And it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
even Mike Vapes is doing quite a few mouth to lungs now, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
He's not really an avid fan of them. Well, I think he started off with them, but I don't think it's his preference. But he does review them. I saw one the other day he done.
He is such a great nest cock. Well, that matches with trunk for the mod. So, Mike, we haven't spoken much about you. This has all been interrogating at me. I can turn the lights on.
I know, it's good, isn't it? I'm quite enjoying this.
Yeah. So you were saying, in all seriousness, I know you had a bit of a thing at the start of the show, but you're not getting the views that you were. You don't think on your reviews?
I understand why. The difference is when I first started up, I've been going about 2.5 years. I started in October 2017.
Yeah.
We're now on August 20, so it's nearly 3 years, in fact. When I first started, I was obviously really passionate, and I was buying lots of clones because they were cheap. And you were allowed to review them at the time. You can't really do that anymore. Anyone who's watching this, don't go and start doing that because you will probably get struck off the channel. I'm not saying that that's a great thing to do, but if you haven't got much money, it's a good way of getting into reviewing because you can buy like £100 worth from China, and get yourself 10 items in. Say, do you know what I mean? You can get a load of RDAs, maybe a mod or two. And I used to go for stuff that when I first started, I subscribed to a lot of people, and I thought, right, what's out there? What's everyone putting out? And I used to think, well, I haven't seen any of that review. So I used to put RDAs and tanks that no one had got up really, or especially not a clone of it. You know what I mean? If you put up a clone of like the Radius V2, I put it up there and you get like 2,000 views within like, a few days. And I started doing that quite a lot, and I was really into it because obviously it's nice to get views, getting subs, and all the rest of it. And but it was, I worked full time as well, so it was taking a bit of a toll on everything. Basically, I was knackered continuously. And at the end of the day, what was I getting out of it? I wasn't getting paid for it.
It does make you wonder sometimes, doesn't it? You know, why? Because it.
Well, that's why that's what I'm coming on to now. Because I did a little live the other day, Mark. I went out on my I went out for a spin in the car into the New Forest, and in the middle of nowhere, basically. And I got my phone out, and I thought,
"Were you dogging again, Mike?"
Exactly. I got a load of them comments. No, but it was a real boiling hot day that day. It was like 30 degrees or whatever. And I had a day off work, so I thought I'd go out for a spin, take the car out because I've got a new car recently and just enjoy going for a drive now and again. Get out of the bloody living room because I'm in here continuously throughout the week because I'm still working from home. So it's nice to get out. So I spoke to them, and I basically, because that's how I used to do it. I used to buy this stuff in. And I thought, how am I going to get views? Because that's what I was interested in, getting recognition. For the channel, not necessarily recognition, because you can get views if you put the right thing out at the right time. And a lot of these expensive RDAs and RTAs, if you put a clone out, you get so many views because most vapors are cheapskates. So they think, oh, I'll buy that for $10 and check it out. I'm not saying everyone is, but that's just a generalization. Now I like to buy new things. I'm buying QP. I'm spending
I think sometimes
£60 a tank.
People want to know if the clone was any good as well, because they knew the original probably was, but is the clone worth even?
Exactly. And some of the ones I got, like the Skyfall, the Concorde, Le Concorde, the Supersonic, they were brilliant by SXK as well. I've still got them now, and they still work. They're not falling apart. They're not rusting or anything. So I think they're using pretty decent materials. And so it interested me. But as time went by, I thought, hang on a minute, I lost a bit of interest because I was feeling so burnt out in a way. It was like, I think that after doing it for so long, I feel like now the reviewing scene has taken a bit of a plunge, to be honest. It's not as when I started, it was peaking really.
Yeah.
You had all the big names out there. Everyone was getting lots of views. There's lots of shows going on, whatever. I know there's still shows going on, but there was a lot of interest.
Yeah.
You get lots of viewers on the shows and everything. And I just think now it's not quite as much. And I've just got to the point where I think, because I started getting sent stuff as well. A lot of stuff sent in, and most of it I thought, I don't like this, and I've got to test it out, and then I've got to review it. And I just thought, why am I doing this? Spending all my time reviewing stuff that I don't actually want to review. Some of it was okay, but invariably I'd have like about 10 or 20 things in, and I'd be trying to think, when am I going to fit these in to actually review? And it just took its toll, and I just thought, all right, sod this. So a few weeks ago, I just emailed everybody and said, don't send me anything anymore.
Well, you emailed me, didn't you?
Probably. I emailed anyone who sent me stuff.
Yeah.
And there was no disrespect to you, Mark.
I actually read that differently. I thought, fair play to you. You emailed me and said, please don't send anything to me for a little while, because I'm not going to be doing any reviews for a bit.
Well,
to me, that's far more genuine than not saying anything, getting the stuff in and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that at the minute.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought about, because exactly. I just, what it was, I had a bit of a backlog again, and I was getting stressed because I was thinking, I'm quite busy at work, and I'm thinking, I've got all this to do as well. And they're going to start nagging me soon, or even if they weren't going to nag me, my head was nagging me saying, you've still got this to do.
Yeah.
And it started getting to the point where I was thinking, I don't want to do it. I'm not enjoying it.
You got to enjoy everything in it. Got to enjoy it.
So I took stock. I emailed everyone, said, don't send me anything. So I started buying stuff that I wanted. Like, we got these mods, a little bit different, mechanical, MOSFET mechanical, something I hadn't got on the channel already. We got these things here. I wanted them, so I bought them because I like a nice single battery for going out.
Yeah.
I just started buying things that I wanted myself. So hence, I'm not getting the latest and greatest and putting it out a week or two after. So of course the views are going to go down. Because I've noticed other reviewers that are starting up. There's I won't mention any names, but there's a certain reviewer who's not been going that long, probably newer than me. And he's getting loads of views because he's literally putting out review after review of the latest thing that's out. And his subs are going like that.
Yeah.
As well. And I relate to that because that's what my channel was doing for a long time. Yeah, exactly. But now I've taken stock and I'll review something because I want it, like the pipe. It's new to me.
My point, Mike, was that you were moaning a bit earlier that you spent a lot of time putting some reviews.
Yeah, that was a little bit of banter, really. Of course, it's just funny. I thought that more people might be interested in a bespoke mod, but obviously they're not. So, it's just one of those. You know, with the analytics on each video, you can see how many subscribers are watching, and not many are.
Right.
So it's obviously people have fallen out of favour with me or something.
I think it's not you. Don't think it's you. I think in general, I noticed, that it's not like it was.
That's what I said first.
There is so much product out there now that, and you forget, it might be our world. We might eat, sleep, and whatever e-cigs, but some people just think, I've got my e-cig now. This is what I love. Yeah. I ain't got to watch YouTube anymore. I've got what I want. So and there is.
I think the market's saturated a bit. That people of the amount of vapors there's not as many new vapors coming in. Maybe.
Yeah, and there is a lot of stock core stuff out there. That people are buying from.
That's what they're pushing now, isn't it? The pods and starter kits.
My suggestion: don't buy them. Buy your rebuildables. You'll save.
Yeah.
Baz says this is going to sound a bit nasty, but it's not meant to be. I hear a lot of reviewers moaning about no time and money spent on equipment, but nobody asked or made them start reviewing. Is that fair? I get what you say, Baz. You're 100% right. No one said that anyone had to buy a Canon camera or whatever, all the lighting, turn the cameras on and make videos. Nobody said they had to do
I've never moaned once about how much money I've spent on the channel.
I've
I
spent,
spent
I've,
I spent thousands, mate. When I first my first year, I spent about £4 grand on buying tanks and
yeah,
kits and whatever else. Now I'm still spending. You say you save money by buying RTAs. You don't, because you end up buying 2 or 3 a month.
yeah, but it is a hobby. I think the only
Exactly.
you get someone who likes doing reviews, and when I do reviews, predominantly because I want to show people they've bought something. This is how you use it, and
Yeah.
something like what I do the other week, the Hussar RTA 1.5. I did a review of that because the tank interested me, and I thought I'd like to do a review. It was in my head,
Yeah.
and if no one wanted to watch it, they didn't want to watch it. But I think they did. I think there's quite a few views on that one. So
Yeah.
it's horses for courses. But
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. The stuff that I've reviewed recently is basically stuff that's interested me.
and
Even that, it's
yeah,
a starter kit basically. But I like the look of it, and I thought other people might. It's probably a bit late though, because it's been out for probably before the
yeah.
new year. That's the other reason. I'm not expecting to get mega views, and like you say, as long as I'm enjoying it, recording it, then it's all right editing it. It's just if you're reviewing stuff and you're not enjoying it, there's no point in doing it.
And Daryl says reviews videos are useless nowadays. Live reviews is way forward out of the damn box. I don't know personally because I've taken stuff out of the box and thought, what was that one that I had? That was the. I've got it here.
Nugget.
I nearly broke my bloody fingernail trying to get the thing to open. Can you imagine doing that out of the box?
Well, no, some of these tanks you can't bloody take the glass off, and the O-ring ends up breaking. You have to put a spare on, don't you? And then you have to chisel away the rest of the O-ring. I've done a one live review, the Aries, and it took about 1 hour and 20 minutes, and it was fun having interaction in that. But it's a recipe for disaster, because you know how long it takes to edit sometimes. When you're building, you can.
My argument for Daryl is that I don't edit my videos. I leave it in. Literally, all I do is I cut it when I go from the top to the bottom, back to the top, and say goodbye. That's all I do. I don't edit or cut anything out. In fact, the last video I did, what did I do? I unscrewed the tank and the glass bit came out. What I was trying to
I saw that, didn't I?
And I left it in, Mike.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that a little bit more now. The past year or so.
If we make the mistake, then other people will, and that's the way I see it.
The thing is, sometimes the reviews end up being a long time, and they take longer to upload as well, though. And you get the odd person who watch it all the way through, but a lot of the time, they'll probably just cut through with their phone, look at the deck, and maybe hear your final thoughts. So if you look at the analytics,
are you going to do it live on the Nest? Are you going to do it live?
I can do if you like.
I want to see a meltdown.
I'd have to have a look at the deck first. I'm not doing it straight out of the box. You can't melt down on an RDA. They're simple normally, aren't they?
Have you still got that clip of when that was Zoom, wasn't it?
But the Mark one.
When you hadn't subscribed and you were banging the keyboard, effing and blinding.
I hadn't subscribed.
Mark said to you to use Zoom.
Oh yes, and I hadn't paid for the paid version. He didn't tell me it cut off after 40 minutes.
So. You got 40 minutes free, didn't you, or something?
And then it just went off. But of course, I was streaming it, and I had my OBS going, so all the audio was coming through still. I probably have got.
You didn't think anyone could hear you? Oh, I watched that live.
Did you hear it? I was like this on the keyboard, trying to work out the password.
It was worse than that. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, that was a proper meltdown. That was.
Oh, do you know what? I was rolling on the chair. I just thought that was just so funny. So funny. Is it still on YouTube or not?
It probably is. Yeah.
You think
it's probably in one? It's in one of my bloopers. I put it in there.
Oh, is it?
The end bit. I didn't put the full 10 minutes.
Anyone who hasn't seen it, go to MF's YouTube channel. Go and watch his bloopers, because it was. If you can imagine that live, it was hysterical. I felt for you, because. You almost feel your face going red when something goes wrong, because we don't want anything going wrong, do we? It's like I had some microphone echo the other week, and it was like,
it's a nightmare. If you put headphones on, it normally sorts it out. But
but there you go.
Cheers,
Where's that
DJS.
clock?
Oh, bloody hell.
Clock. Where's that hour and a half gone? Lynn says, I've stopped watching a lot of reviews because it's all pods. That's unfortunate, isn't it, Lynn? And that's why, you know,
big reason.
I got sent one last week. In fact,
that looks like the...
it's the Me Pod.
Yeah, I had the green version.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought it. I wish I hadn't now because it's bloody awful. But
I bought. Oh Christ! I bought this one. That's salts. I always, when I go out, do you do this? I always take 2 e-cigs with me. Always,
yeah.
always. Never just.
Well, usually, yeah.
If
I'm out in the car, I will.
I took one with me, and I had a mishap with it. Okay, and I thought, what do I do now? So I called into a shop, and I just said, I don't care. So almost like, sell me what? I'll have one of them, please, and some. I thought I haven't tried salt for a long time because it makes me sneeze.
Oh right.
And clearly I can't deal with it still because it's just. I
20 milligram there.
It is 20 milligram. Makes me
that is strong. I use salts last thing at night.
Do you?
Before I go to bed, just to get a hit. I'm weird. I like to get like a good nick hit.
Go to bed on a high, do you, Mike?
Yeah. Instead of using drugs, I use nicotine.
But I thought that'll do. And he said, "What colour would you like?" I said, "Sell me whatever colour suits you to sell."
What, was your other tank cracked or something? You couldn't use it.
I sort of dropped. I had a bit of a mishap with it, put it that way. But I couldn't believe it.
It's not the best pod in the world, is it? I was so disappointed when I got
that. I thought I'd got this with me because that's like bulletproof. You could,
billet box.
No, it's dot mod, with a dot shell inside. And you do what you like with that. Nothing's going to happen. But that was funny, and I thought I've always got a spare, and I didn't have a spare. So
one is sod's law, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. The one day I didn't have a spare, so.
You learnt there, mate, didn't it? Always take a spare with you.
Always take a spare. Rufus, enjoy the live shows more, but watch reviews to support channels. Yeah, it's good of you, Rufus.
Here's Rufus.
I stopped watching reviews when most of them spout some crap. Live reviews seem better now. Give me more idea of what I want. Not everyone, Daryl, gets it right all the time. That's one thing. But I don't think there's too much people deliberately saying anything is brilliant when it's not or anything like that. Do you, Mike? I think they're all fairly straight, aren't they? The reviews?
To be honest, I don't watch that many. But the ones I do watch seem to be up front. Even some of the bigger ones, I think they will tell you if it's shite. It depends, really. I think there might be some affiliation with certain companies, but you know what I mean. But I don't know.
I hate doing that part, but then some people comment, "Why didn't you show us the packaging?" Yeah, that's Kieran. Just on about reviews. I mean, the one thing I will say that I've had, Mike, here now, I've never known you deliberately mislead anyone with a review. Mark, the TVP, who's on last week, I never have him either. Jay don't really do any reviews. Dean's been in chat. I've never seen Dean deliberately sway one the wrong way. You know, I think pick your right person. We all make mistakes, of course we do.
And everyone's taste is subjective as well. For stuff. It's like I was alluding to with the Mouter Lung. I do probably like a looser Mouter Lung than you, but I am probably going more towards a restrictive vape in my old age. But it is. That's what does me in when you get all the comments for that. They're saying, "No, what?" Someone said the other day, "What are you talking about? The drop?" And I didn't particularly like it. It wasn't my cup of tea, so I didn't say so in the review. And someone said, "You must be mad." I'm like, it's my opinion, mate.
And these are opinions, isn't they? And
that's all it is.
You can only review what's in front of you. Like, I mean, I did watch Jay Hayes's review. what's that, the Pandora, and it didn't have any juice flow holes in it, and you just think I would happen to him, wouldn't it? He went berserk.
Oh, didn't it?
Yeah, they hadn't drilled them out. They hadn't drilled out. There's no juice flow. Well, you heard him. And I watched Kieran's review on the Ha as well. I couldn't believe that, split O-rings. But Kieran was honest. Kieran's another one. Was honest enough to tell everyone.
Well, of course, you've got it, haven't you?
Exactly.
Are they thin O-rings on that, are they?
I don't know, but he said it was split from new. He put another new one in, that's split as well. But
oh, really?
He's put another one in, and that's since been fine. So.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one. I was very tempted. I'm quite glad I didn't now, though, I think.
And he couldn't get the drip tip out either, but by the by, I'm sure they'll put it right if he contacts them.
Cheers, them diddles.
SVT making a vape snail sort of thing for the dot mod. Yeah, I've seen it. It's called the. Anyway, I've contacted SVT, and as everyone probably knows, I sell the crossbow and the tail tanks. And there's a little tear here now. They haven't messaged me back. I don't know. Little tear.
I'll tell you what, Mark, I don't know if I mentioned this Vandy Vape. They're not my favourite company at all, but I bought this tank here, the Pyro version 3.
Yeah.
The flavour this is awesome, mate. It's only got a 2mm tank, which is crap because it's an RDTA. But if you trim the legs I've literally just got them so you can't see them. Yeah. And it's just wicks like a champion. So, yeah, the airflow adjustments are a little bit, leave a lot to be desired, but good tank now. I probably will review it. It's been out for ages, probably a year or two. But
if you enjoy it, and then you're in a good position to review it. Simon's put on there, Net Vapor is a top honest reviewer. Yes, he is. There's another one.
I still haven't watched him yet.
What? Net Vapor? I like watching Net Vapor.
I haven't seen him, mate. I haven't got round to it.
Very knowledgeable. Mouth to lung tanks more than anything, but yeah, very knowledgeable. Good chat. One of the good ones.
So. Yeah, I know Simon Bridgewood keeps saying about him, so we'll have to check him out because he's got on the channel now, and he's Simon62 in chat, everyone. He's put a review up the other day. So.
Oh, did he? Well, Simon's done a review.
Check him out, guys. Simon62. He's in the chat.
Simon62. Well, I'll have to have a look at that.
He did a pod review, and it was really good. First video, I thought it was bloody good. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I remember my first one; it was awful, and he looked like a natural.
I don't even want to think about my first one.
Oh man, I wish I still didn't have it on there, but.
Well, I had a GoPro camera for my first one.
I used the camera phone with a mirror, a shaving mirror, and an elastic band holding it on. Yeah, that was who I was talking about earlier, Ruth. It's Jim VV. He's the one who's knocking the reviews out.
Yeah, he is. He is a good review. I've seen some of his.
Yeah, you don't see his face very often, though, do you? I think he's starting to do.
Just shows it at the end, I think, normally, doesn't he?
Yeah.
To start with. There you go. Scott Lee says, I've got the Ha, no problems with mine, just wish mouth to lung drip tip was longer. So there you go. So, not some and some, but you can only review what's in front of you, and that was my point.
I just want to give this to Pav G.
What? Well, you gave him 2 fingers earlier. You can give him one now. 1 finger.
Pav, when you get your channel up, mate, with your little suit on and that, I can repay the compliment too.
Right, okay, time for our goodbyes. Mike, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mark. It's been a pleasure. I have really enjoyed the chat, actually. It's just been like a little chat, isn't it, really? I almost forgot we were on YouTube.
Like being down the pub, isn't it? Just having
exactly. I try to be as honest as I can. Like I say, I'm not really too bothered about the views, although I'm lying. It would be nice, but I think there's a lot of variables involved. If you have forgotten about me, check me out again. Yeah, you get some proper reviews. But anyway, everyone in chat, it's been really good. Nice interaction as always. And if you ever need someone to fill in again, Mark, just give me a shout. So big love for everybody. Cheers.
Top man. Always worth a watch, Mike is, folks. He's one of the funniest men I know, and he doesn't even know he's been funny, in my opinion. So, you know, he's, I watched you do one the other day, and I think it was a Pandora. And this, it's the glass broke, wasn't it? And for that reason,
Pandora. Yeah.
for that reason, I think it's shite. Really funny. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you very much, Mike, for filling in. It's great. It's hard to do this on your own, so it's always nice if a guest comes and fills in.
Yeah, no
Thanks
worries.
for all your interaction in chat. See, Becca Lumps is back in again. Evening, Becca. I think we said hello to you early on. I saw you in earlier on as well, but Mike was doing it and he forgot. He missed you out. I know he did.
Did I?
No.
No, I probably did.
No,
There's
you
always
didn't.
somebody said you missed me.
You didn't. I'm pulling your leg. So, thanks everyone. Until next time, take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.